Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. I've got a SCCY DVG-1 on the table. This is a gun that was announced probably over a year ago. Got kind of a lot of attention because it is a striker-fired version of the popular CPX-1, CPX-2 series, were SCCY pistols with a double action only trigger that was actually quite nice for double action only. When this came out, there's quite a bit of buzz. There is a red dot version of it. This is not the red dot version of it. And then it went dark. They just disappeared from existence. They're in the catalogs. You can look them up. Any vendors would have them, but they were perpetually out of stock. And they basically simply didn't exist. Well, now they do, and we have one. An unloaded one. Now, this one was kind of hard to find, but I did get my hands on one. And again, I chose the non-red dot version, partially because that was the one I wanted, but also partially because right now that's all I could find. So trying to get a hold of one to review. It's roughly the same size as the CPX 1 and 2. It's about 6 inches by 5 inches by an inch. So it's not a big gun, and it only weighs 15.5 ounces. With a capacity of 10, this would kind of barely squeak into that micro-compact high capacity 9 territory, but just barely, because it is just a little bit on the bigger side compared to some of the others, but it would fit that category. It's got some cool features, front and rear serrations, and I haven't shot this yet. This is basically just a first look. I'm going to go over the gun, its high-level features. We are going to get it to the range, and probably I'll fix that sight that came right out of the box kind of significantly off. And it's not loose, but if I turn it up, you can see how far off it is. Normally I don't mess with the sights. I just take it to the range the way it comes out of the box. This one is far enough off that there's no way I would take this to the range, so I'm going to fix it. But it does have a screw. I should be able to just unscrew it, slide it, center it, and screw it back down. I shouldn't have to mess with my sight pusher. And you can see that, assuming they were lined up, they're nice 3-dot bright white sights, easy to see sights. So I think once I center that sight up, it'll work well. This would be kind of equivalent to the CPX-2 because it doesn't have a manual thumb safety. But what it does have is this kind of square flatty trigger. Flatty triggers are all the rage right now. Minimal take up to get on the wall. And then kind of a little bit longish break, but it's a nice light break. It's a very, very nice trigger. Now, reset is pretty much all the way out. I'm going to do that again just so you can see what the reset looks like as a reset. So there you are, a little bit of take up to get back on the wall, and then break. So it doesn't have a short reset compared to the normal stroke of the trigger, but as you can see, the normal stroke of the trigger is actually relatively short. It's from here to a little bit of take up, and then if I put my finger here where the trigger is, you can see you're traveling just under a ½ inch, probably getting between a 1/4 and a ½ inch. It's not overall long travel. So it is a very nice trigger, and as I mentioned earlier, this is a striker fired gun as opposed to the hammer fire that the original CPX-1, CPX-2 was. Design, if you had these two sitting on the table and you weren't big time aware of the SCCY series, you might mistake this for the other gun. It's missing that little ribbed thing that used to put little tramp stamps on your hands, so that's gone from it, and they've added front serrations. But overall, the basic profile and overall look of the gun is pretty close. Some of the contours here are a little different, and some of the roll marking, but overall, it's that same rough form factor. So if you like the CPX, CPX-1 and 2, the way it fits in your hand and the overall form factor, you'll probably like this. And with a drastically improved trigger over what was already a good trigger, you'll probably like it even more. So I'm going to fix the sights, get it to the range, get some rounds down range with it, and look forward to our full review in detail. How well does this actually function? Kind of looks nice, but does it work nice? It's a question we'll get answered. With two 10-round mags in the box, pinky extender, includes 2 base plates, and an MSRP of $2.99 for the one you're looking at, $3.99 for the red dot version of it. It's kind of pretty intriguing. It's the right price for quite a little bit of functionality. So assuming it works as well as it looks, I think it probably is going to be a winner. Beyond that, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, click that bell to be notified if you do. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, kind of everywhere. Thank you.